Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the reason you are not getting richer is not because you are not working hard enough, but because you are buying the wrong things. Most people think they are building wealth, but in reality, they're unknowingly collecting items that slowly drain their bank accounts. Today, I'm going to help you flip that script. If you have ever wondered why the rich keep getting richer while others feel stuck in the same financial loop, the answer often comes down to one simple concept: understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. And once you master this, your financial life will never be the same. Welcome to Rich Map, where we break down money, mindset, and the steps to building real wealth in a simple, practical way. In this video, I am going to walk you through what assets and liabilities truly are, how they affect your financial life, and how to build a path that moves you toward financial freedom instead of financial stress. So stay tuned, because this episode has the power to completely transform how you look at money. Let's start with something most people get wrong. A lot of people think assets are just things you own, and liabilities are things you owe. It sounds simple, but that definition is incomplete and misleading. The real difference is not about ownership or debt. The real difference is about cash flow. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. That's it. The sooner you fully understand this, the sooner you will start making smarter money decisions. Think about it this way. If you buy a car, most people call it an asset because your name is on the papers. But financially, it's usually a liability. It requires fuel, maintenance, repairs, and it loses value every year. It does not pay you, it costs you. On the other hand, if you buy a rental property, even though it's expensive and may come with a mortgage, it becomes an asset if the monthly rent is greater than the expenses. It generates income. It puts money into your pocket consistently. This is the core mindset shift that separates wealthy individuals from everyone else. The rich focus on buying assets. The middle class often buys liabilities thinking they are assets, and the poor, unfortunately, end up trapped by liabilities just to survive. Let's dive a little deeper. When most people get their paycheck, their first thought is buying something that makes them feel good: new phone, new clothes, a new car. These are not bad things, but if your income is always going toward liabilities, your wealth will always stay the same or even shrink. Your money is not growing, it's leaking. Now, imagine a different approach. Imagine every time you get paid, you first ask yourself, how can I use this money to buy something that pays me back? Instead of spending on something that takes money away, you invest in something that brings money in. That's how real wealth is built slowly, steadily, and intentionally. Let's look at some examples of assets you can start focusing on. A business, whether it's online or physical, can be an asset if it generates profit. Stocks and dividends can be assets because they grow over time and pay you regularly. Real estate, when managed correctly, is one of the most powerful assets you can own. Even digital assets like online courses, ebooks, or intellectual property can bring in income long after the work is done. These things do not just sit there, they work for you. Now, let's flip to the other side. Liabilities are anything that requires ongoing money to maintain without giving you income in return. A fancy car you bought just to impress others. Liability. That expensive house that costs more in mortgage and maintenance than you can afford. Liability. High interest, credit card debt. Big liability. Subscription services you do not need. Liability. Anything that constantly drains money from your pocket, no matter how good it makes you feel, is a liability. One of the biggest traps is lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, and instead of investing the difference, you upgrade everything: your phone, your furniture, your vacations. You feel richer, but you are actually becoming poorer because your liabilities increase with your income. Wealthy people do the opposite. When they earn more, they buy more assets. Their income grows faster than their lifestyle. Here is where everything changes. When you start stacking assets instead of liabilities, something magical happens. Assets start paying for your liabilities. You want a new car? Let your rental income buy it. You want to upgrade your lifestyle? Let your investments cover the cost. That's freedom. That's the goal. Not to avoid nice things, but to have nice things paid for by streams of income instead of draining your hard-earned cash. Most people live with one primary income source, their job. But assets create multiple income streams, and those income streams build security. They build options. They build generational wealth. Once your assets generate more money than your living expenses, you reach financial freedom. This is how the rich think. They do not work for money forever. They make money work for them. So, here is the real question. How do you start? You do not need a huge amount of money. You start small. Save a portion of your income to build your first asset. Invest consistently in something that grows. Learn new skills so you can create income-producing opportunities. Reduce liabilities that do not serve you. Every little step counts, because assets compound over time. And remember, wealth is not built by luck. It's built by choices. Every financial decision you make either moves you closer to freedom or further from it. So the next time you are about to buy something, pause and ask yourself whether it's an asset or a liability. That one question can transform your financial life. Thank you for watching Rich Map. If this video helped you understand money in a new way, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Your financial future is in your hands, and with the right knowledge, you can create a life of abundance and freedom. Stay focused, stay smart, and I will see you in the next video.